Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your quantum reading with me, Jocelyn, the Quantum Queen. I had to get really creative with my backdrop today because I couldn't find any cool chairs at where I'm at. And I'm moving around, so I always gotta get creative. So I am so excited for your guys' reading today. You don't even know. So I got these new cards and I'm super excited to use them because they're all about different archetypes and things like that. So let me dive in. Okay, that one. Interesting. Okay, now, as you guys know, I think what's going to happen, so I'm going to pull out two cards to represent you and the other person that you're dealing with. So let me get through my normal intro. This is for, of course, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. And it's always welcome to my cross watchers. Cross watcher, you could be dealing with a Pisces, and the message could be for you directly. So feel free to take it however it resonates with you and your situation. Keep in mind that these are general readings. So if it doesn't resonate with you, it's probably not for you. So please don't try to force it to your situation. If you guys would like to book a one-on-one reading with me, you can find my information down below in the description box. And then just want to say thank you for liking, subscribing, and thank you to those who have made good karma donations. I appreciate that so much. So Pisces, let us dive in and see what we can get. Okay, I'm just going to get one more because I know that you guys are probably dealing with another person in some way, shape, or form. So let me see what pops out. Okay. Dude, these cards blew me away when I got them. Okay. Let's just finish out. Okay, hold on, Pisces. Okay, let me go ahead and cut the deck there. Because sometimes they just don't want to come out. Interesting. Okay, I love these cards. So we've got popping out, Pisces, Messiah and Rescuer. So let me go through these cards before I dive into this whole dynamic of what's coming out here. The light attribute of the Messiah is serving humanity with humility, but the shadow side is someone who can have an exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Okay, so it comes like a little bit martyrish. And then we've got Rescuer. So the light attributes here are it provides strength and support to others in crisis, acts out of love with no expectation of reward. But the shadow side is someone who assumes that the rescued will reciprocate and keeps the rescued one needy. So let me talk about this dynamic, what I'm getting. So Pisces, this could either be you, like straight up, where you might be trying to save someone, okay, bless your heart. And what's happening is the shadow side of you, or maybe even the person that you're dealing with, it could be like, I mean, these are really similar energies here. So I think what's happening, Pisces, is you're kind of dealing with someone maybe that you perceive as broken, and you're trying to help them in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, because this is perfect. And that's your card. There's the Priestess right there. That's definitely one of my Pisces cards. So let me just pull one more. Okay. So, this is a lot of cards popping out here. Okay, this is perfect. Pisces, what's going on and happening is like you're going through some type of alchemical process where you need to start standing in your power, okay? Because what might be happening is instead of focusing on yourself, you're like looking to save other people. And what's happening is, and like I said too, this could be someone that you're dealing with. Now, I'm saying that because we've got the Emperor. So this can be right, the shadow side of this is rigid, cold, dominant, immature, and obstruction. The positive, the light side, is authority, masculine influence, rational, stable, and wisdom. So Pisces, I think that there's someone in your environment actually that is helping you, or you have a sense that they're helping you for some type of personal gain. Okay, they're almost like coming in to save you. And the light side is, yeah, someone that like offers some type of support to help you through a tough time in your life. But this is like the core of codependency. But what that shadow is popping out is it's someone who provides enough stability for someone that it'll always keep them needy. So let's say, for example, let's take a boss or an owner of a corporation. Straight up, it's someone who provides enough stability for you so that you always have to come to them for your means of power and like to get your material needs met, right? That's the shadow side of the emperor. It's not someone who's helping you to build you up so you can eventually get to a place of power. They're going to set things up so that you always constantly need to go back to them for support. Okay, so like me specifically, I'm very aware of that shadow part. You know, that's something that I've seen in corporations I've worked in and things like that. So as a coach, what I like to do is my goal to work with people is to set them up for success so that they never have to come to me again. It's pushing them out the door. So it's like, you know, helping a bird to fly on its own. Okay, that's the light side, providing enough support, learning, and teaching so that someone can go fly on their own. And this is why I think it's really interesting this combination of cards popped out, because for some of you, this could even be romantic. Okay, this could be a love relationship, but this is what the difference is going on between this person. Okay, and I do want to say this is someone else in your environment, Pisces. This could be a spouse where there's some type of romantic relationship that you're involved with, and they're kind of the dominant one. They might be the breadwinner. They might be the one that provides you some type of stability. Maybe that's like a home or money or food, or there's some type of stability that they're providing for you, and you're becoming more reliant on it because there's all this shadow and manipulation that's coming into it, okay? But what I think is really interesting is that Pisces, I think the reason why this Messiah card popped out is that you are on the way to becoming this. People have such a misconception of this word Messiah, but I think that you are a light worker, right? You have kind of this life purpose of serving humanity with humility, okay? But I'm not even going to focus on the shadow side because I feel like for some of you, you're on the way to that, but there's this shadow side that's coming in as the rescuer, okay? So someone still where you're needing their support, or you're at least thinking that you need their support just because of your own fear, shame, and guilt and the way you were programmed in the first place. Does that make sense? And I hope you guys can see the cards. Okay, they're all right. Not the best lighting, but you know, I did my best. Okay, so Pisces, here's what's interesting coming out, okay? Next thing that we've got is the Tower card. And that is straight up. That's why I was focusing back on obstruction, because here's the freaking obstruction. Don't be afraid. People get afraid of the Tower card. It's nothing to be afraid of. It's just that the only reason that you might be having a fear of the Tower card is because you are in this dynamic in the first place. You have some fears that are holding you back from truly stepping into your power, which is why I love coming out next is the Queen of Wands. That's power, that's action, that's drive. And combined with the Priestess, like this is a power duo right there. Like really powerhouse of energy, because once you learn how to take all of your intuition and apply wisdom to it, start putting it into action, you like there's nothing can really stop you, okay? There's nothing that's going to be able to come in and shake you. And so Pisces, I feel like you have a lot to provide, I think, for whatever society, or you are this kind of light worker is what I'm getting from that Messiah card. And you have like all these like insights and intuition that you could really use to help other people, but you've still got these fears where I think you give your power away to other people, okay? And it's completely the quantum physics of it. It's the thing I always talk about, right, guys? Is how during our childhood development, we go through this phase called the narcissistic phase. And it's where, right, we either, if something goes wrong at that phase of development, aka the low vibrational emotions of shame, guilt, and fear get projected at us from our parents during that phase of development, then you will either create an addiction to power or an allergy to power. And then that accumulates in the cells of your body, right? We're all made of about 7 times 10 to the 27th atoms. That's all energy and vibrations that's kind of transferring back and forth between one another, quantum tunneling. So if you took on those low vibrational emotions in your cellular structure at this young age, then that's how you're going to play out a lot of your relationships in your life, is where you give your power away to other people that you maybe put on a pedestal in your mind, that they have all the answers and you don't. Okay. So because you do that, and because this whole thing is built off of those low vibrational emotions of shame, guilt, and fear, it's not a stable foundation. It's not stable enough. And that's why the Tower card pulls in, because it's going to shift you into something that's going to be much better for you, okay? It's going to help you alchemize those low vibrations and get out of this situation. Does that all make sense? So let me pull in some tarot. Look at that Hanged Man right on the bottom. Perspective shift, Pisces. And then there's that Ace of Cups right there, all about self-love, nurturing yourself, raising your vibration, and taking away all of your, you might be kind of stuck in a period, Pisces, just because you're still thinking that other people need to provide the stability for you in some way, shape, or form, whether that's through a job, or, you know, if you're in a marriage and you have a spouse that like provides a lot of support for you, okay? But this is the shadow side. I'm not talking crap on all people and things that are relying on a company or stuff. You need to use your own discernment and decide, like, if you're kind of in this mode of rescuer, you know, where you maybe, Pisces, feel like you need to be rescued in some way in your life. Okay. I am wondering though if it's something about, this really will bleed into all areas. So even if it's at work, it's probably going on in your personal life as well. Okay, well, this might be the last one, because, yep, that's the last one. So let's see what comes out here in the tarot. Okay. Two of Pentacles. So here's that like lack of decision, that like, even though that's a Pentacles card, that's very much so a Pisces card to me. It's like indecisive. But what's cool is that it's coming in upside down. So Pisces, it looks like you're starting to become more just better at making decisions. You know what I mean? Like, especially going back to that Ace of Cups that we had popping in here. The more that you guys focus on yourself, like whatever, your health and your happiness, and just put all that attention on yourself, it'll start to make you feel more empowered so that you can make the right decisions in other areas of your life. So that's what's really going to help you, Pisces, to be able to move out of this kind of indecisive energy of like, well, I don't ever know, and where you kind of feel like you need other people to help you make decisions. I think sometimes, Pisces, you can like innocently go to other people and ask for advice, and that's you giving your power away, because you're not deciding for yourself. Like, that's why a lot of the time I pull hermit mode, because I am a Pisces, and I try not to go so much to people in my life for answers. I really try to dig into my emotions and to my intuition and my connection with the universe to try to make decisions on my own, because that makes me feel more confident and empowered in life, okay? So look at the Queen of Wands again. That is awesome. So Pisces, yeah, what I'm getting is like, you're going to be pulling into your power, and I think it's with something that you're trying to decide between. I always get this type of reading for you guys. You and Libra are all my... Okay, Page of Swords. Let's see what that's about. Let me pull out a few more and see what that is. You could be dealing with, I mean, we've got pretty much all the players on the board. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sag, another Pisces, a Cancer, Scorpio, and then maybe an air sign here. But I'm not going to pull so much of the air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I just feel like there's something about the communication here where you're learning maybe not to go to other people, like I said. Pisces. Yeah, I feel like there's someone here, this Queen of Wands with the Page of Swords, that has maybe not the best of intentions, because with the Queen of Wands coming in upside down, it can be sometimes an abuse of power. It's really similar to the shadow side of that Emperor. It's someone who can maybe be like controlling, dominant, you know, like, oh, do you know what I'm seeing? Do you remember what I talked about, that psychological development of having, and there's the Hanged Man, perspective shift. Remember what I talked about at the beginning, where when you go through that psychological age of development, how you can either have an allergy to power or an addiction to power? The Queen of Wands upside down has an addiction to power. So I think, Pisces, there's someone in your life who likes to maybe control or dominate you because you're coming in like this student energy, maybe a little naive, maybe a little, just like, what's that phrase? Like green, wet behind the, no, is it wet behind the ears? Is that even right? I always mess up on sayings, but let me see what else comes out. Hold on. So look at how it's interesting, Pisces, going back to how the very first card that popped out is you pulling into the power. That's why you're entangling with this person, because they're eventually going to push you to the point of stepping into your power. That's why this Tower moment might be coming in for you guys, because it's pushing you into your purpose, Pisces, what you're here and meant to do, which is absolutely about this whole Messiah thing. Like, you know, what is it called? Being a light worker, you know, being a healer. So let me see what else comes out. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I kept getting these cards, which was perfect. So there's someone, this is like I was saying too, this is like stability, support. There's someone, and this could be around money too, just with the pentacles that's coming out here. So there could be someone providing some type of material support for you, Pisces. And you're going to see with this whole combination, I mean, this is someone that feels stuck. So it's like you feel stuck in some way, relying on someone for your material needs to be met. But here's this Death card coming out. I think that it's going to be coming to a close soon, especially the more you start to see this, Pisces. That's where the perspective shift comes in. I mean, hopefully from watching my videos and things, you guys will start to see maybe, you know, some like just some levels of your development where there might have been some programming there and where you can really shift that. But then we've got coming out the Two of Swords. I think that you're going to start blocking out people's opinions, like people that are trying to come in and influence you in some way, shape, or form, where they want to kind of tell you what to do, Pisces. They want to like interject a lot of their opinion on you. And that's where I see you're going to be starting to see the energetic exchange there, where even when you go to people for advice or things like that, you are giving away your power in a way, you know, like, yeah. Okay, let me move on to this part. This is really big. I mean, just with the Hanged Man, the Death card, and we've got the Judgment card coming out. This is a huge awakening. It's a really big wake-up call that you're probably going through right now, Pisces. And so it's with this, it's like masks off. You can start to see where the flaw is. And I think you're going to be like, because here you are, here's the Nine of Wands plus the Five of Pentacles. This is like this fear of being left out in the cold. This can also be like a fear of survival, right? That might be coming into you guys. It's like, well, I need this. I need this for my stability. And you've got to have a perspective shift, because as you're alchemizing like those low vibrational emotions within the cells of your body, it's gonna, this is where I think it's a positive thing, where you're going through an awakening about learning that your fear of survival is the thing that I'm seeing. This is kind of a good thing. It's like giving up. So you might be giving up to some type of fear, Pisces, like kind of surrendering to that. I feel like this next week or two. So if you guys want to join me on the other side in the extended, just go down below and click on the Vimeo link, and I'll see you guys on the other side. But if this is where we leave things, Pisces, I'm sending you guys so much love, wishing you all the very best, and I will see you in your next reading. Take care.